So before we start the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as it helps the channel grow. So let's get into it. All right, so week 5 of the NFL season is coming to a close. And for the Chicago Bears, they take a dominant win at home against the Carolina Panthers. In this video, as always, I'm going to give my recap on what I saw during the game, give my grades for offense, defense, special teams, and coaching. I also will be doing another giveaway announcement. So without further ado, let's get into it. What's up, guys? KT here, back at it with another video. Today, we're doing the Bears. Bears get a dominant 36-10 win over the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, and a game they dominated from start to finish. It was fun, it was exciting, and we saw real progress from the team and our young quarterback. So I'm going to get into that in just a minute. But before I get started with the recap, I want to announce that I'm going to be doing another $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. Like I said, we're going to be giving away a $100 Amazon gift card every month of the NFL season. The rules. So the rules for this contest: you must be subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any other giveaway videos that I will do on this channel. Number 2, you must comment on this video to be eligible. I will pick a random comment at the end of the month, and that's who will win. If you do not comment, you will not be eligible. Number 3, you must hit the notification bell. This is the most important part. You must hit the notification bell so you get notified when I drop that giveaway winner's video at the end of the month, so you don't miss it. So, go ahead. I also pin the rules in the comment section. So go ahead, subscribe, get your comment in, and hit that notification bell, and you'll be eligible. But without further ado, let's get straight into the recap. The main question that everybody wants to hear, the elephant in the room: how did Caleb Williams play on Sunday? I thought he was masterful on Sunday. 20 of 29, 304 yards, averaged 15.2 yards per throw, his longest of the season. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, only took 1 sack with a 126.2 quarterback rating. He was excellent, man, excellent. And it was real progress to see him go into this game and have that breakout game that I was expecting him to have. Other than that first drive of the game where they went 3 and out, after that first drive, it was over with. He was throwing the ball all over the field. He got DJ involved early and often. The ball was coming out accurate. It wasn't coming out late. He was actually using his legs, which was a big key in this game, as he was able to avoid enough pressure, avoid the blitzes. He made them pay for the blitz a couple times. So, he played well, man. And this is like real progress that we want to see from our franchise quarterback. If he can continue to build off this game and, continue to build off this game and continue to be consistent with his throwing, maybe clean up a few, like the holding the ball a couple too long, and I think he'll be fine. But overall, he made the Panthers pay for busted coverage. He made them pay in the red zone, so I'm happy with his performance. So good game for Caleb Williams. Moving on to the rushing, DeAndre Swift. On his redemption tour so far this season, 21 attempts, 73 yards, averaged 3 yards per carry, had 1 touchdown on a day. DeAndre Swift has been the Bears' best running back these past 2 games. He's finally starting to get it together. He's in a rhythm, and this is what the Bears signed him to do. He'll be a dual threat running back, and that's what he did in Detroit. That's what he did in Philadelphia. I just didn't believe that a guy who used to average 3 or 4 yards a carry, even 5 yards a carry in his previous places, would just take such a steep drop off when he got here. Now that we're starting to see a change in the scheme, they're getting him into space. They're getting the ball in his hands multiple different ways. He's showing his talents. He can make guys miss. Once he gets into that open field, he's really hard to stop. I would like to see his average go up just a little bit more. But I really thought he played well. He had a couple touchdowns called back on the day, so that kind of sucks. But man, he's playing like a top 10 back right now, and I'm glad to see it. They paid him his money, and that's why. Caleb Williams was the second leading rusher. Again, I mentioned earlier that he was using his legs. Finally, he made the Panthers pay for blitzing him and pay for not getting him on the ground. Only took 1 sack, so that's always a bonus. His legs are a real weapon, man. It opens up his arm. When he gets on the move, he can make stuff happen with his arm. He can make those crazy explosive plays. He showed a lot in the rushing category as well, and it helped his passing game. He was able to go deep a lot of times, and he was accurate. And when he's using his legs, he's like a true dual threat quarterback. He's dangerous, man. Roschon Johnson had 2 touchdowns on the day. Him and Doug Kramer on that goal line is basically unstoppable. I like this little 1-2 punch that the Bears got going with Swift and Johnson. That's kind of like our little version of Monty and Gibbs in Detroit. I like it, man. I really do. So the Russian played really well. Moving on to receiving, 8 targets, 5 receptions, 105 yards for DJ Moore, 2 touchdowns. Finally, it felt like Williams finally made that connection with DJ Moore in this game. And what better game to do it against than the Carolina Panthers, his former team. DJ Moore was open all day. That one throw that Williams made to the end zone for DJ was right in his hands. He caught it. Perfect throw, perfect catch by DJ. He had one drop that would have put Caleb over 300 yards in that moment. But you know, DJ, he don't drop much of anything. Even though he had only 5 receptions, it felt like the Bears were making an effort to get him the ball early and often. And that's what you always want to see, because early in the season, it just seemed like they didn't have any chemistry. Now that they've had this game against his former team, he got his 2 touchdowns. I feel like this is going to help his confidence and help the young quarterback's confidence and improve their chemistry. Cole Kmet was the second leading receiver on the team. Overall, I think Caleb Williams spread the ball around just enough. The Bears worked off their running game all day as well. DeAndre Swift had 2 catches for 47 yards. Rome Odunze had a nice little 5 catches for 40 yards. So, you know, I'd like to see Keenan Allen get involved a little bit more. But overall, the receiving, they were getting open. They were giving Caleb some easy throws a hit. So I'm pleased with the way the receiving game, the way the receivers played. As for the offense, I'm going to give them an A+. You scored 36 points. Even though they played against the Carolina Panthers, this felt like a breakthrough game for Caleb Williams and the offense. Shane Waldron called a good game plan as well. They didn't give up too many sacks, no turnovers. That's the most important part. It felt like the Bears offense went out and won this game. So I'm pleased with how they played on Sunday. Let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. Defense was excellent all game. They only gave up 10 points. They held Andy Dalton to 136 yards passing. This was a guy that was playing really, really well coming into this game, and the Bears just made him look average. I'd like to point out Gervon Dexter, 2 sacks on the day, 5 QB hits, 4 hurries. He also had a fumble recovery. He was everywhere, man. He's really developed on the defensive side of the ball. He's turning into that defensive tackle that they need. Tremaine Edmonds was their leading tackler, 6 totals, 4 solos. Kevin Byard also had an interception that Dalton threw late in the game. This defense, man, it is just really, really good. Kyler Gordon, he was flying all over the ball. He had a half a sack. DeMarcus Walker had a half a sack. Andrew Billings, the funniest guy on the team, in my opinion, just because of what he represents, that big guy that just plays football. He had a sack on the day. Austin Booker got his first sack of his career. Honestly, the entire defense played well. First quarter, Chuba Hubbard kind of ran over them a little bit for that touchdown. But after that, once they bunkered down, they were stopping the run, they were stopping the pass. So I was pleased with how the defense played. They got pressure on Andy Dalton. They got that turnover that they needed. They gave up only 10 points, and they kept the Panthers off the field for the majority of the game. So, I'm pleased with how they played. I think Gervon Dexter was the best player on defense for me just because of his energy and how he was getting to the quarterback. But yeah, everybody played well. A+ for the defense. Special teams, rare miss for Cairo Santos on an extra point, but he was one-on-one on field goals. Longest of the day was 33 yards. Not too much going on in the kick return, punt return category. I guess no mistakes. When you always have no mistakes on special teams, that's a plus. Torrey Taylor took a step back from last week, but the Bears didn't really punt like that either. So continuing with the tradition, I'm going to give the special teams an A+ as well. Very good video so far with the grades. Moving on to coaching. I thought the coaching was excellent. Other than that 4th down play early in the game, which could have been a play call, a little bit better play call. This offense, man, this scheme, it finally felt like it all came together. They were getting Caleb out the pocket, making him more comfortable with these throws, giving them some easy throws to make. They finally let him go downfield a little bit more, and he made the Panthers pay for it, man. This was the breakout game they needed. Matt Eberflus's defense still continuing the trend of giving up 21 or less. They have the longest streak in the NFL. His defense is playing well. The way he's able to disguise coverages and draw up blitzes, it really, really confuses some of these quarterbacks and coordinators. The Panthers just never really adjusted after the first quarter, and they shut them down, man. This defense flies to the ball. They get turnovers. I was really pleased with the coaching on Sunday. If they can continue this going into next week, we can start having some conversations, like some legit conversations about this coaching staff. But overall, I'm going to be the optimist here. I'm going to give them a solid A. Other than the fourth down decision, they called a pretty good game. So I'm pretty happy with the coaching staff. Overall, Bears dominated for the entire game. The game was basically over towards the end of the third quarter. They got the Jags next week in London. Jags are coming off a win against the Indianapolis Colts. Finally felt like they got their stuff together, so it might not be as easy as a game as I once thought. But if the Bears continue to do the things that they did in this game and the last game, they should be able to win this game before they head into their bye. So I'm looking forward to the game next week. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. It helps the channel grow. We are still on our road to 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you guys hit that big red sub button. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop one of these Bears videos. As always, leave your comment in the comment section and follow me on social media, as there's bound to be a lots of discussion about the Bears going on. Thank you guys for watching. Bear down, and I'm out. Peace.